Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we're looking at the new Marvel Legends Wonder Man from the new Captain America Wave of Legends, which features the Build-A-Figure of Abomination. Now, a lot of people are really excited to see this new Wonder Man, and it's not too bad. They did an okay job. We actually have some really good features about this guy. And then we do have some issues, of course, and we're going to talk about all of that. So let's just get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands at just about 6 3/4 inches tall, which makes him just about 17 centimeters. So he does have a little bit of height to him. As you can see, he's using that new body mold that we saw with Kraven and Whirlwind and Reaper and a couple other guys. Captain America has it. So it's not a bad mold. You guys have heard me say this before. There's a lot of good things about this mold. We do have some issues in the shoulders. This one seems like it might be a little bit better. So maybe they've slightly adjusted the molds. I'm not sure in terms of the articulation. But the one issue, or at least the main issue that we still have, is the fat ankles. I don't know why they keep doing that. The fat ankles really throw off the looks on these figures. Nobody has ankles that thick. At least not a superhero. I mean, I'm sure some people have cankles, but superheroes shouldn't. So their ankles and feet should be much smaller, and it would make the figures look so much better. It's a tiny fix. They need to do it. Otherwise, though, it's pretty good. All of the figure is molded in the appropriate plastics, give or take a couple spots that needed to be painted. All of the flesh tones are molded. All of the black is molded. All of the red parts are molded except for the stripes and the gauntlets, which is all a good thing. They're not going to have any real fluctuation in the coloring. It looks very good. You won't have any scratches or anything like that. They could have done better on the bicep stripes, but the chest and the thighs and the back, it all looks pretty good, so I'm happy about that. I think that's all right. It would have been nice if we got some shading throughout the figure, because it is a very bland look. A little bit of shading would have been good. It would have gone a long way on that black and on the skin tones. However, we do have some shading on the hair, so that's a good thing. It looks all right with a little bit of blue on there. Then you can see his face. It's well painted, though. I mean, it's just eyes and an eyebrow. Or eyebrows, but it looks good, so that's fine. It's not like the same head sculpt that we've seen a billion times either. It's a nice, little bit more natural looking head sculpt, a little bit less cartoonish, so I'm very happy about that. And we do have some cool accessories on this guy, so as you might have noticed, he's got a normal hand, which we've seen that sculpt before, and then we have a fist hand, which of course we've seen before, but it's purple. It's clear purple. And then we have the counterpart for it to go right here, if you want to swap those out, and then of course we have the counterpart for this one also. So that's pretty cool. And then we do also have these guys, which are these blast effects or psionic effects or whatever you want to call them. They're definitely more intricate than the ones we've seen in the past, and they still have that little clip on them, but the clip doesn't work very well. You're going to slide that over the hand, and it doesn't really want to clip anywhere. It just kind of floats around loosely, and it's not terrible. It'll stay on well enough, but it doesn't really fit anywhere effectively. So you're going to have to play with that a little bit, but it's cool. You get two of them, so they're included. If you wanted to make both hands purple, you can do that. Now, we have gone over this figure basically before, but I'll run through the articulation really quickly. We have a hinge that allows the head to look up and down. You can rotate the head around. It's on a ball peg, so it has a little bit of play side to side, but not a whole bunch. You can rotate the shoulder all the way around, no problems there. Now in the past, the shoulders have been pretty limited going up like that. Can't get them much farther than about 45 degrees. You can force it a little bit more, and since it's not painted, you don't really have to worry about scratching that much. Still not perfectly horizontal though. We really could use better shoulder articulation. It's pretty limited for being a basic design. You would think if they're making a new cookie cutter mold, you'd think they'd do it just a little bit more effectively. We have a bicep swivel right here, no problem. Double jointed elbow, again, no problem. Wrist has a swivel and a hinge. Let's see if I can swivel the actual wrist. There we go. And a hinge, so that's all fine. It's all standard, very basic body mold. We have the ab crunch, which does go back a notch, and then it goes forward a notch also. It doesn't have the greatest range, but it's definitely good enough. We have the waist swivel, so that's good. Hips on this guy are pretty good. They go all the way forward. No issue at all there. They don't really go back too far, but you don't probably need to. And then out to the side, it's about 45. It's not a great deal, but it's good enough. We have our thigh swivel, which is obviously fine. Double jointed knee. Really good range of motion. And then we have our boot swivel. Brings the leg all the way around if you want that. Doesn't really line up very well, though. That's kind of a bummer. Well, I mean, it's not bad, but it definitely doesn't look great because the sculpt doesn't really match perfectly. But it's definitely better than some we've seen in the past, so that's okay. The ankle goes all the way back, all the way forward, and then we have that new ankle rocker. I'm still not a huge fan of those, but they're better than nothing, so that is okay. So it's a very basic figure, not much to really look at, but it doesn't really have any serious problems, so I'm pretty happy with it. And if you're looking for a new Wonder Man or a new blank body, this is the one for you. So there you go. I guess that's it. It's decent. It's nothing special, but it's not bad. So there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single morning. Talk about action figures, video games, movies, TV shows, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you come back and subscribe. And in the meantime, keep collecting.